Welcome back to the 100K Pod, Season 4, Episode 24. This is the last round of the home and away season for 2023. It's a full house. It's crowded in here, and it's not the crowded house. Boys, welcome to be back. Morgs, Jev, what a time to be alive, boys. How are you, my good friend? Jev, how was footy training?
It was great, Das. It was great.
Get a kick?
Yeah, a couple of kicks.
Well done.
What has 2 wings and 1 arrow?
What's that?
A Chinese telephone. Wing, wing, arrow. Oh, fuck. Lewis,
So glad you didn't tell us
Is this
that.
our last show?
last for the home and away season.
I'm great. Great to have you back, Jev. A two-pronger last week. Wasn't the same without you. Das, it's good to see you. I reckon we had a pretty good week. I know the results didn't say that, but I thought there was some good bets there.
Hey,
bloody great show.
Hey, we'll go into it. Good legs, stiff legs, Morgs. Kick us off with the stiff legs, and then we'll tail back in with the good ones. What were your stiff ones?
Well, I couldn't be happier that we've changed it to stiff legs, not bad legs, because I got a few here, but they're all pretty stiff. Oliver Henry, $1.13 anytime. He didn't kick one. He kicked one each of the last 5 weeks, so the form was there. Jamara couldn't kick 3 against West Coast. West Coast ended up winning. Not my fault.
No.
Lockie Hunter, the first time he had 20 disposals in 17 weeks. 17 weeks, he had 18. Clayton Oliver had for 25. I thought his form was upwards.
Icebox.
Only had 17, unfortunately, due to our man.
Yes.
And then Sam Sturt, Jev, now, talk about form. He'd kicked 6 in 2 weeks. All I wanted him for 1, and he couldn't get one on the scoreboard, Das.
That's so unfortunate. We're looking through, and I'm like, it was a 50-50 week, but when you look at it, it's almost like it should be like a 90,
some good
a
betting.
90-10 week. Like my stiff legs, Norton for 2. Against West Coast, only had the 1. Stiff leg.
Ship him off.
John Newcombe was a void, so we'll wake that under the carpet. Jai Miss for 2 goals at home. Didn't get near it.
Kicked it.
Connor Rozee for 25.
Stiff.
Yeah, 24.
That's stiff.
That is very stiff. And the beef. In the beef and black bean, Bailey Banfield was actually playing backline, so needing for a snag. That was probably a bad leg.
Why is he the beef and
Well, you'll see the black bean. My
Didn't you
good
get to the
legs,
end of the pod?
Well,
I did.
This will feature 2 of them, but Lockie Whitfield, we both had Das. We both loved him for
I'll
20.
be saying that as well.
Cade the Chin Chandler anytime, $1.22.
Tick.
Blake Hardwick for 15.
Tick.
I think he had 17 or something, $1.32. That's a good leg. The Horn, anytime goal scorer. He's kicked
Good
one
leg.
over each of the last 5 weeks, and he might feature again. Zach Butters for 30 had 31, and then my man and Frank and Coach's man, of course, Kane Farrell for 15 had 18. It's close to the best bet in football.
Very, very twitchy player, Farrell.
Very twitchy,
I believe the
lively.
words were. Hey, Blues plus 29.5. Hey, that was an absolute lock to
Yeah,
get
well
us
done.
started. Whitfield for 20. We'll both take the combination in
Yeah,
that one.
absolutely.
Bond for 25. Will Day for a snag at $3.45. Thank you very much. Sicily 20. The Grand Angus Brayshaw for 25. Sarong and Brayshaw both for 25. And Sampal Pepper for a snag.
The belt.
He kicked 2.
Yeah, no. Only if you gave one to the beef, and then we would have the beef and black pepper.
Can I add one too? I did not get in this in the multi, but you remember last week I was really heavy, Jev, on Ollie Florent for the Swans.
Yep.
This might be close to the best bet in football. $1.39 you could have got for 15 disposals. He had 21.
Yeah, he was
in the
great.
goalpost bowl. So that's a good bet. I'd love to have him in this week, but they're just a little early in the slate.
They are a little bit early. Now, boys,
Sunday 3:20.
yeah, for all the fans out there, guys, we have an announcement. We don't have an AFL pod next week.
Oh yeah, fuck. Got a week off. Thank fuck.
But we do have an NFL pod. We are coming back to you harder, faster, just like your mum got a service. I'll tell you what, this is going to be wet and slippery like Wet and Wild. This is going to be unbelievable. So we have our NFL predictions pod coming out next week, coming into the new season. It is going to be unbelievable. If you love NFL, listen, if you don't know anything about NFL, this is a great way to get into it. And then also we've got college tips and all that sort of stuff coming in. I know that's another layer on top of it. Maybe start with the NFL. Nah, fuck it. Get into both of them
100%.
because they're both unbelievable. Now, before we get into it, if I haven't forgotten anything, Discord, we're going to get to that at the very end. Jeff, I've got a couple of questions for you.
Gotcha.
So I was going through on the way to work the other day, and I was having a look at a couple of the team of the centuries.
Yep.
So I've just clicked on Melbourne.
Yep.
Randomly just had a look. So let's have a look at their midfield line. Dennis Cordner, 152 games, 82 goals as a ruckman.
Never heard of
Ron Barassi.
Yep.
That's fine.
Everyone knows Ron Barassi.
Stuart Spencer, 122 games, 146 goals. And then we have Alan Lafornati, 171 games, 77 goals. Is their team of the century midfield already Gawn, Oliver, Petrarca, Ron Barassi? Are they already in the team of the century?
100%. Even Jack Viney.
Well,
could really set a spot on the bench.
that was the next thing. So Todd Viney's on the bench.
Yep. Jack Viney should
Does
be on
he
the bench.
kick his old men off? Just the fact that because the other guys are they've multiple All-Australian players, but they've won a premiership.
Yep.
Isn't that crazy? Looking at those teams of the century, because we're going through the Hawthorn one, because there's some unbelievable teams and some dynasties. They're already in the team of the century. Melbourne's team of the century,
100%.
which is unbelievable. Now, also a second one. Heard this the other day, and I cannot believe it. So I know we have been talking about there's not really too many locks in the All-Australian team. Would you say Harris Andrews is a lock?
No.
If Brisbane win the grand final, will they be the first team ever to win a premiership and not have an All-Australian player?
Probably. Did West Coast have one? Yeah, the West Coast would have one in 2018. Jeremy McGovern would have been. Yeah, probably. They'll go close
Unbelievable when you think about it, isn't it?
It's a diamond in the rough.
It's a crazy stat. Like, you'd think every other year, like when Richmond won, when Geelong won it, they were having like 8 guys in their All-Australian team. If Brisbane happened to win the premiership, potentially not one All-Australian player. Lockie Neal's not making it this year.
he's not.
I just couldn't believe that stat. It just
Fagan.
genuinely, Fagan's something.
Fagan
Coach
factor.
of the year. Now, before we get into it, the Discord will be coming live again. $2 a week, unlimited entries for every single thing that you put in. Guys are giving heaters. We've got a new
The
EPL chat.
EPL
We've got
is
a Ponies
popping
chat,
off.
NRL chat. We've got
NFL chat is about to
NFL
start up. NFL fantasy is about to start.
table
up.
tennis.
Table tennis is coming. I just wanted to I wanted to back up what you said though, Das, about the NFL predictions pod. It's the perfect one for those that want to follow, because this is what happened last year, and this is what sort of kicked off the birth of the Discord, Jev, was blokes that they want to follow the NFL, but
And
they've
ladies.
never really, of course, they've wanted to follow the NFL, but they haven't been able to get into it properly. This is what it's going to be made for, this predictions pod. It's going to dumb it down a little bit, Australian a little bit.
And we'll be given season-long bets, like an over-under bet and a divisional bet. So it's something to ride for the whole season. So every week, you know, if you got the Chiefs to win the division and the Bills to win the division, you get to ride them. You enjoy every win they have. It's a season-long multi.
I know it's going to take us, this might take us a little bit extra time to do it, but for the mutual fan out there that doesn't have a team, can we almost try and make a comparison from NFL teams to AFL teams?
bad.
So if someone, like, they can try and be like, no, just off the top of your head, is like if someone reminds you of someone, and then we can try and sprinkle it out there.
Port are the Chargers.
There you go. Power of lightning. There you go. So if you go for them, you might go for the Charge. Just make any comparison.
Who are the Blues?
Cowboys.
You know,
Yeah, I actually reckon that's good.
finally got
We
some
actually have
guys.
one in 25 years. That's fucking bang on.
I think you both last won your last Super Bowl in 95.
Yeah, we did.
Play the X-Files music.
That is unbelievable. All right, here we go,
Close up.
boys. We're going to crack into it. This is our last time. Now, Jev, this makes me so happy. So happy. This is the last time we have to bet on North Melbourne, West Coast, Hawthorn, Gold Coast, Freo, Richmond, Geelong, Essendon. Not too shattered. We can't bet on Adelaide because we do like betting on Adelaide. And potentially GWS or Bulldogs. But
Definitely Essendon gone.
Definitely. They're fucked. Fuck them. Here we go. We're going to get into it, boys. First game, first league, Jev. Kick us off. Hawthorn, Fremantle. Neither of these teams will be coming in until 2024. Do you have a leg for us?
Yeah, it's got to be James Sicily.
Has to
20
be.
touches at $1.22. He's averaged 27 his last 5. Sicily on the G. He has 20 every time he plays Freo. It's an absolute lock. He's had a great season. He'll want to finish with a big game. Hawthorn want to get another win. They're a great team to watch. So give me Sicily $20.22. First lock to tick.
Yeah, I love it, Jeff. No, when I heard these two teams wouldn't be featuring again, I left it alone, Darth.
Yeah, look, would have loved to get amongst the other boys, Jev. Warple just signed a new contract, and Newcomb, a bit of hamstring tightness last week coming in. These boys are going to have a massive off-season. You think that they just want to finish off the year and just bully Fremantle a little bit. Home crowd, get some few touches, but no legs for me in this. Only Sicily will kick us
Yeah,
off.
I got a quick question for you, Lou. I
Please.
just want you to predict Sarong and Andrew Brayshaw's touches if McGuinness goes to both of them. So say McGuinness goes to Sarong, how many touches will he keep him to? He's had 70 games in a row.
19.
You'll have under 20,
Yeah,
and if
keep
he
him under
goes
the
to
streak.
but if he doesn't go to Sarong, goes to Brayshaw,
Brazier will have 21.
I reckon it'll be under 15 if the ice block goes to him.
We say, do you reckon he just does a half-half and just says, I'm coming to you first half? I'm coming to you the
Who
next
do you
half?
think's better, Sarong or Brayshaw? I asked us this question. Who do you think's better?
Oh, I'll go Brayshaw by a skin hair.
Because Sam Mitchell is about to tell us who he thinks is better.
Oh, that's a great call,
Because
Jeff.
McGuinness.
There's
will
your
go
reel.
to there. Yeah, there you go.
Well done.
There we go. So, boys, we're kicking off after all that. James Sicily.
20 touches.
Bang. There we go. Next game, boys. North Melbourne and the number 1 pick versus the Gold Coast Suns and the new coach, the big Dim Sim Dimmer. Jev, what do we have?
There's a leg in this that we all agreed on is the best leg of 100K history, but it's saving for Das at the end. But I'm just going to take Noah Anderson for 20 touches at $1.10. He's averaged 26 on the season. He's had 20 plus in every game he's ever played against North Melbourne. He wants to make this All-Australian squad of 40, nearly squad of 22.
Deserves it, by the way, for 40.
He's been bloody good. He's had a great season. So I want to see him finish strong. I want to see him get 30. But Saturday game, we want ticks. Noah Anderson, 20 touches, $1.10, Lou.
Boys, this, ladies and gentlemen watching, there is going to be a gambler out there that puts a hefty amount of money on this. You want to know why? Because another team's franchise and their whole livelihood of the rest of their career
Right, yeah, I'm
and
with you.
exactly how their season ends up going depends on this game. Gold Coast are going to win this game. There is not a chance that North Melbourne win this game and lose the number one pick. Lose every single thing. All the chips are in their board. They're right there. You ready to cash? They're ready to cash. They're not going to go all in and lose on a fucking 19-18 on Casino Wars, Jev. There is not a chance that they're going to do it. So give us the Suns head-to-head. At the start of the week, this is $1.47. It's come in. $1.36.
Yeah, right.
$1.32. It's now into $1.22.
$1.23 is dead set fucking golden.
Yeah. No, you're
$1.23
right.
is golden. Northern not winning this game. So LDU's out with a surf injury. He hurt himself surfing. He's not playing. This is legit. Jai Simpkin is out. He hurt his back picking up his dog's poo. That is not a joke. That's what Gary Tim said on SEN. Nick Larkey will be a late out after bad Suvalaki on Friday. Ben Mackay, stub toe, out.
I heard
a great
Jaden
post here.
Stevenson dropped. Bad form.
Kid Leroy.
He's got to service his car or something.
Yeah, he's got his Ford booked in, so he can't play.
It's a major service. He just hit 100K on the Ranger.
So I'm like $1.23 for Gold Coast is the best bet in 100K history.
well done.
So not like we spoke about it on Hook, Line, Sinker, Dust. So Clarko, when he came to Hawthorn, it changed when he drafted Buddy, Ruffhead and Lewis in the one draft. Pretty sure they got Mitchell and Hodge the year before.
Unbelievable.
So they're about to get 4 picks in the top 20. So Harley Reid, that Riley Sanders is a top 10. They're going to get pick 2 compensation from Mackay. Then they got Freo's Port Adelaide's first round pick, so pick 15 or something. They're about to change their whole lives with Wardlaw,
And
with Sheasel,
Sheasel.
with LDU. It's all about to change from this year onwards, as long as they lose this football game.
They cannot win this football game,
Jeff.
Jeff.
Walk off and sing the song in this game. Gold Coast to win, $1.23.
We should almost refinance the mortgage. $1.22. Yes.
A serious question. Do you think it'll be investigated when Clarko held LDU's head below water in Sorrento for an hour?
He tied his ankle strap around his neck, you reckon?
No. Either way,
Has
boys,
Harley Reid said he'll go to North?
Yes.
Yeah.
staying in Melbourne.
No, this is a great bet, lads.
Why don't we put the whole 100K account on Gold Coast to win it?
I'd do that.
Yeah. What do we have?
For the reference, we've got $196 in there.
What's that get us back?
241.
Yeah,
I think that's the easiest money. Do it right now.
You want to put it on?
Yeah.
do
put
it
it
right
on.
now.
No, all right, we're having $196.39
Live. We should do it into,
We're doing it responsibly, of course.
we should do it into Methy for a goal next week.
and it is
Bang.
oh, we've got 100,
Don't
200 bucks on it.
get responsibly.
Of course.
Go into Nan's drawer. Go into the missus drawer. Get whatever drawer you can. Open your bank account. Open a new bank account.
Responsibly.
Check savings credit. Gold Coast Suns for the dub. Next game, Lions versus Saints. Don't know how to get a read on this one. Lions still need a win, I'm pretty sure, to definitely sew up spot number 2 in case if they lose, Port Adelaide end up winning.
Yes.
There's still a few movements that can obviously occur in this game. Jev, who do you like?
Saints will want to win to get a home final, or else they're probably going to have to go to Sydney. This is going to be a cracker,
Interesting
this game.
Very fast, I
I'm
feel.
taking Nasaya over 19 Malira. I'm taking him for 20 touches at
like it.
$1.31. This bloke lives in the 20 club.
Yep.
He's had
Yes.
25 weeks in a
Huge.
row. I love the way St Kilda have him playing. If it's not Jack Sinclair loose off halfback, it's him. He's a beautiful kick, beautiful ball user. I rate this kid a lot. He will get 20 touches at the Gabba. Lou.
Bit of John Noble about him. Bit of BO.
Yeah.
No one's ever around him.
That's our last show. I love that leg, Jev, and I've gone the same thing as you, Dust. I like quick footy in this game. I think there'll be heavy scoring. I've gone Chuck Cameron for $2, $1.27. He's kicked 3 in each of the last 2, and just Cameron at the Gabba.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he went through a little bit of a lean patch, but I think he found his groove because they play the Frozen music after he kicks the snags up in the Gabba. Just for $2, $1.27 is too good to say no to.
This leg's a little bit short. I didn't get to put it in, but very interesting. Lockie Neal definitely back after last week's performance. 31 disposals. What do you think? So, my mind, Brisbane, he'll still want to play a really good game ramping up because he's been quiet. Do the Saints tag him? Or do they let him play him into form? Because I don't feel you want, the blueprint's there. But if you're a team that still wants to win the game, they have to tag him, don't they? They have to put someone on him.
Do they usually tag the
Does
Saints?
Ross the boss? Yeah.
Oh,
Does Ross tag?
Steele?
Do they have a cooler? Yeah, maybe Steele stands on him and
But
stoppages.
if you're the Saints, obviously, like Ross,
Don't let him run off the
but
chain.
Ross is way smarter than us. He's an AFL coach, but surely you tag him. It's been shown.
An interesting tidbit. Do the Lions run into the Saints? Could
Yes.
be worth thinking about.
Potentially.
It's
Could be worth
second,
thinking about.
third. Do they play the winner 6th versus 7th?
I just think it's an interesting thing to see whether you do it, but
Should have done the research.
I wouldn't even know. If I did
really would
research.
appreciate if they went the tag. Just for me. But anyway, it's not in the multi. It was just a little
Send in, is
assumption.
Yeah.
Don't
Next
send anything.
game, Geelong and the Western Bulldogs. Will the Dogs make the 8 or will they shit the backyard? Jev, do you have a leg?
Marcus Bontempelli, 25 touches. Do I even need to say any more? Geelong are done.
You do.
Everyone's gone in for surgery. They are done. They need to win this game. And I'm fucking feeling for GWS right now because the Dogs have better percentage going into this game.
Yeah,
they're gonna beat the Cats because Cats aren't playing anyone, and Bonts and Liver are basically going to get it done for them. They could pinch GWS spot in the 8, and I'd be so flat for the
Jev,
Giants.
3 weeks ago, they were talking about how the
top
Dogs,
four.
how the Dogs lost Bont a Brownlow
Yeah.
by their form in the last 4 games. Could they potentially have lost Bont another Brownlow?
He had 30 and a goal against West Coast.
Probably 2 votes. Tim Kelly probably gets 3.
Yeah, I don't.
In a
maybe just
win.
one. Maybe might even just get one because they lost. Guys like McGovern, they could have lost Bont and Brownlow on the weekend. You're right. I actually never thought of it.
Thought about today.
He needs to win the Brownlow this weekend. He needs 3 votes.
That's why we love it for
we
24.
should. It's 25 at $1.28. We should have taken him for 30 and a snag. I'm going to check that way. You go your leg, Lou.
I left it alone. I just liked Bond as well, and you already had it, Jev. So please check. We'll cut it or edit it. Something.
I'm out of internet.
No internet.
I'll be
perfect.
Times are tough.
I'll be taking the other side of the ball. He's back in the side. Before he got injured, Tom Liberatore,
Yeah, that's a good
if
bet.
this is the last game of the year, head in the furnace sort of stuff. 31, 36, 35, 31. Got concussed at 6. $1.41. This is creamy.
Oh, yeah.
Extremely creamy.
Really
Jeff,
creamy.
what have we been saying about Geelong's midfield?
They're weak as piss.
A little bit weak in that first contested work. They're really good. They set up and down the ground. Their high forwards get up and back. Brad Close, Grind Myers, they run and run. But Tom Liberatore in and at it. He gets right underneath it. For 25 touches at $1.41, if this is his last game of the year, he's going to go absolutely bananas.
Yeah.
And then he head back to his local, the Royal Ascot. Coldest beers in Melbourne. Say his name at the door for a free pot and Palmer.
Beautiful.
Next game, West Coast and Adelaide. Feed me up, Jev. Someone's hungry.
Isaac Rankin for 2
I
at
thought-
$1.58. Rankin was unbelievable against the Swans last week. If anyone watched that game, he was so good to watch. My man Daniel Hoyne had him best on ground. Had him should get the coach votes. He'll smell blood in the water this game against the Eagles, and they'll try not to let Tex kick 10 on him again. I reckon he will smell blood in the water. Lock him in for 2, but I'm looking at his markets for 5 and 6. So he's 14 to 1 for 5. That's
Yes.
nice. $10, $140.
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
41 to 1 for 6.
Oh,
Now that is
Jev.
nice. I can see him kicking 6, but I was going
love
for
it.
2 in the 100K. He will kick 2, probably kick first. He is a good player. He's had a great season. Lou.
Yeah, I agree. I reckon that as well. They'll send a bit of work to Tex Walker for sure. But he's 8 behind in the Coleman, Jev.
Yeah.
67 to 75 as we stand right now. Now, for some reason, I could just see Sammy Taylor keeping Chuck to 2? We still win, I think, but just kick 2 and it's sort of like, are we just getting next week?
Yep.
So he needs 10.
Yep.
So he needs 10. 67 behind. I'll take him for 3. 3's, that's a good bet.
10, he's going to go close. They're going to give him a chance to kick 10.
I
They're gonna
agree.
kick it to him. He could have kicked he could have 14 shots on goal, some shockers, couple of grabs out the ruck. He could have a
It's the only thing is if
8 and
is
7
McGovern
goals,
playing.
7. Yeah, if McGovern
That's
plays,
the only thing because he's a fucking jet. He's young.
What was the $1.30 line for the Eagles? Do you remember?
Plus 50.
I would take the
Two.
$1.30. I'm not saying they're back, but I just think now that the monkey's off the back, as a player, you're not playing for the number 1 pick. But now that you know it's done,
Yep.
Yep.
I reckon take the 54 points.
I don't mind it.
That's my little
I was
prognosis.
happy with the goal scorers, boys. I'm not going to touch this game. Next one, Port Adelaide and the Tigers, Jev. The Tigers have packed up. Other players are going north. They don't have a coach. No more list. What's going on? Who are you taking?
I was the first to say it and watch people start jumping on this take before you know it. West Coast will win a final before Richmond. I've said it all year. West Coast are going to win a final before Richmond. I reckon they're in serious trouble. But saying that, Zach Butters, 25 touches at $1.34. This guy is a dude.
Oh.
This dude is a guy.
He's a guy.
My fucking guy is such a fucking dude.
He's not margarine, Jeff.
He is playing unbelievable football at the right time. Old Butterbean, old smash and dash Butterbean.
I'd smash
Zach
him.
Butters will have 25 touches.
I'd smash his little
Oregon is
Butterbean.
back. He's playing some bloody good footy. Lou.
Yeah, I just can't say no. I've said it the last 3 weeks. Give me the horn anytime, Das. The Kingy, the football godfather, I like to call him, sort of called him out. He said he needs more scoreboard dominance from him. And then since then, he's kicked a goal each of the last 5 weeks. He kicked goal of the year probably 2 weeks ago, Jeff, which I don't know if you saw that. He kicked one on the weekend as well against Freo. I didn't see that in the Bachelor's game. But $1.60, for it's just too good a form to say no to. In a 100K multi when we need some juice, $1.60 does.
Do need some juice, and that is the juice. This is not.
the juice.
Hey, this is a little bit of juice, but definitely not as much. Not enough squeeze on this lemon for mine.
A good bet.
This is a moral. Not as much as the Gold Coast one, but Port Adelaide head-to-head boys against the Tigers, $1.13. Now, these guys can potentially still make second, Jev.
Yep.
They've won 19 out of the last 20 at home.
Yep.
It's just a win, isn't it? Then they're not losing to the Tigers.
Just win.
They're not losing to the Tigers.
I've got a little take for you. I got a little take.
Here we go.
Did Jason Horn-Francis make the 22 under 22 side?
Yes.
No, I think they left him out. I should
Actually?
have researched this because I heard something saying they left him
Maybe
out.
they did.
When he
Do
plays
it again, pretending we know that he got left out.
when he plays at Adelaide Oval, he loves a snag and he gets fucking dangerous. He's at $12.50 for 3 and 51 to 1 for 4. I reckon he's a chance kicking 4.
He did get left out.
He got left out of the 22 under 22 team. I reckon he will be pissed off. I reckon he could kick 4 at 51 to 1.
51. I love this, Jeff.
51 to 1 Horn.
Give us
so
the
that's
money.
a tick in the 100K. Let's go. Wish we had
Who are they playing?
Account.
Richmond. Yes, that's a great bet.
On reverse Coleman, Noah Bolt.
Oh, he's
Chromosome-less Alex
he's
Rand.
Bolt in the
sucks.
barley.
Yeah, he's a fucking wanker.
He's not a bad bloke.
I didn't say that.
Nice guy.
Said he loves having a wank.
gets
Next
cancelled.
game, Jev. We're talking finals.
Come on.
We're talking footy. We're talking Swans and Melbourne. You think the D's, Jev, they've got the home final. They don't want to win. This is another one. Why don't we just have all these teams head to head? We might have to have a look at it after this. Jev, give me your lasagnas. Swans, Melbourne.
Why do they
'Cause
want to win?
If Melbourne win, then they go to third, and then that means they have to go play away.
Yeah, okay.
So
I like it.
They've got the
That's
home
good logic,
final
yeah.
locked up
I'm with
as
you.
long as they
I'm with you.
lose.
Yeah, they got
Yeah,
It's a
I'm
home
with you.
final in Melbourne, so they don't win this contest. Jev,
Errol Goulden, 25
Yeah.
touches at $1.56. All Australian lock. I think everyone in Australia likes Errol Goulden. There's no one that
hard
just
not
goes,
to.
I can't stand this bloke or this. I
actually know one person. His opponent.
Yeah, hates him. Errol is a fucking gun. And then there was Tom Brady against the Atlanta Falcons. There's John Farnham every year. There's West Coast 2018 against Collingwood, 5 goals down. And there's Isaac Heaney second half of the season as the biggest comebacks that
great
come to
shout.
mind.
Our
He's
boy.
fucking back. And
100K
he's in,
athlete.
He's in the 2 and 15 club. 100K athlete.
Smash.
Darce's little smash or dash video that took off had Isaac Heaney, who was looking fucking good as a female. Isaac actually
And the male.
He DM'd us having a bit of a laugh about it. He did look good.
I was actually going to message him if he has a sister, but I wasn't sure.
But yeah, Isaac Heaney's kicking 2. He's
Smash.
I was going to mess with you at a free Tuesday.
Morg's had a couple of drinks.
That's better than it got. I'll cut it out.
2 snags at
Do you get it?
$1.91.
Chill that out. Dos McLean, Jeff.
Dosser.
Yeah, have to do his last fortnight now.
Let's get him on the pod.
Oh, this might be a bad bet because he'll be that hungover. He spent 2 weeks at Club 2 and 15 this man.
Yes.
$1.30 anytime just for one snack. 2 and
keep
15. You sort of look at him as a sort of big loping full forward, but no, he gets up the ground, the boy. 15 disposals. I actually would love the 2 and 15. I probably should have had that on the Sunday Arvo. Just the $1.30.
I'll be looking at Chad the Butthole Warner. He's still the butthole in my eyes. $1.22. This should be an absolute moral. Now, Jev, in round 3, I believe you guys, it was close at 3/4 time, 3 or 4 points, and got blown out by 50. Chad Warner went missing in the last quarter. Only finished the game with 19 disposals.
Yes.
He's going to get this one back. 20 disposals. He's going to be running harder than... Oh, I better not say it. Anyway, Chad Warner, 20 touches, $1.22. DM us if you want to hear the rest of that joke. Next game.
Don't.
This
Can I
is-
DM?
This is the last game of the round. Now, Morgs, we were going to go, maybe we're bad supporters.
No.
But because we've locked up finals, I am going to
Save
enjoy
yourself.
sitting this on the bed, 6 o'clock, tissues there, and then we're just going to go watch the show. Here we go, 6 o'clock at Marvel Stadium, under the lid. Carlton versus GWS. The Blues playing some other people trying to get back into some form. Whether they make the side or not is to be seen. Jev, who do you like?
Yeah, I'll start with Stephen Canello, 25 touches at $1.39. Mr. Marvel Stadium, Stephen Canello kicks a goal every time he
kicks
comes
the first.
Kicks the first. Every time he rocks out to Marvel, he kicks the first. But 25 touches, he's had a hell of a season. We'll bet on him every week. I think he's only missed 25 3 times. 2 of them we've been betting on him, so
Fuck.
that's his thing. But he'll have 25 against the Blues. And then Toby Green, 3 and 15 club. I'm getting 3 and 15 at $2.30 for the little multi there. He is getting primed for this game. He's been subbed off the last 2 weeks early.
Yes.
To just have him primed for this game, because if they win, they make finals and they need their best player and arguably top 3 best player in the comp firing. I'm taking him for 3 and 15. Nick Newman put the clamps on him round 2 this year.
Unbelievable game.
Put the clamps on him. This is the time he gets off the clamps and he gets off the chain, and Toby will kick 3 and 15. Could kick 4, could kick 5 even. I can't wait to watch this.
Again, Jeff, they need to win, so
It's so exciting. Lou, who you got?
Can't believe Mr. Marvel, you've already used him, Jeff, because I've actually bet on Mr. Marvel. Jack Martin. I actually reckon he's got an apartment at the Docklands.
Yeah.
Loves Subway and Hungry Jacks. They're both at Southern Cross.
Yep.
Last week he had 2 goals. 2 goals, 2 though. You know, I love scoring shots.
Yep,
4 scoring shots. I had to take that. $2.50 on the Sunday Bachelor's game does. Just for 2. Jake May's in ripping form.
He's in unbelievable form. Now, boys, I've got a couple of legs here. Were they all your legs? You got a couple more?
One more.
You got one more? Have you gone all yours?
I've done mine.
I'll do one. You go back. I'm going to take a man that needs to get back into form. Not sure if Charlie's going to play the complete game, but Harry Mackay for 2 goals at $1.76. Now, he didn't get near the score. Actually, he only kicked the one that Charlie absolutely gave him a through ball from about 80.
That was nice.
But last year under the lid, we were there. Now, also, if you're under the lid, 3/4 time, you got to get a bourbon under the lid to sing the song. I don't care who you go for.
Bundy.
Come back with a Bundaberg rum, 1 Bundy under the lid. He'll absolutely send you over the top. But Harry Mackay for 2 goals at $1.76. Last year when we went there, Morgs, and we had a Bundy in hand, he had 18 disposals, 10 marks, 2 goals, 3.
drumming.
Imposed himself up and down the ground. He's a very fit player. He's just down on confidence. Watch him try and run and get back into this contest. I absolutely love this leg. Harry Mackay for 2 goals. Morgs, what else do you have?
There's nothing I like more than betting a bloke back into form. Give me the best bet in football.
The one.
Sicily was the captain of the 100K last year. The undoubtedly captain of the 100K this year, full forward Jesse Hogan.
Did you want to talk about this?
Fresh off the 9 and 24 club.
It's a hell of a club.
How many blokes are in that club?
No one.
Just the captain.
Just
our captain.
Is he our captain?
17 marks. He kicked 10 goals in 2 weeks. Stars. He's in some form, this man. $2.31. He loves the warehouse, the dewy conditions. You just can't say no to this bet.
Zirk Thatcher got another bar.
Oh, it doesn't. Wiedering is a dead set gun, but Hogan is just in too good a form. He's kicked 10 goals in 2 weeks. Stars.
Wiedering could be a laid out if.
Yeah.
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 Maybe. Hey,
Once
I've got a
Hogan
couple of
comes
legs to
down.
get through here, boys. Jesse Motlop for a snag. Tick. Binger Daniels for a snag. Tick. And we needed one more just to juice it up. The big man, Tom DeConing.
That's a good bet.
He's been imposing himself.
Yep.
He will go forward a little bit more because we like the look that he's actually coming out of the cube, attacking the footy. A really good way to get him into the contest. $2.12, boys. That's
a great
every
bet.
chance in the world to kick one, probably early. Boys, that is the multi. Morgs, do you have the eyes in you to read this one out?
I don't think he does.
Yeah, no, I got it.
Here we go. This is good.
I don't have it ready. We'll cut it, but
Here we go.
200 on Gold Coast to win. Don't forget about that.
Sicily 20.
Here we go. The multi.
Sorry.
Morgs, we have $9.83 on this to win $100,082.62. 25 legs, Morgs. Kick us off.
Can't say we haven't had a crack here. Sicily
say
20.
cunt?
Pardon? Sicily 20. Paul Curtis anytime. Gold Coast head-to-head. Noah Anderson. Paul Curtis didn't get in. Wanganeen
He's so pissed.
Malira 20 disposals. Cameron 2. Bont 25. Libba 25. Walker 3. Rankin 2. Port to win. Butters 25. Horn to kick 1.
Yes.
Errol 25. Heaney 2. Butthole for 20. McLean for 1.
Yes.
Toby Green for 3.
Yes.
Mackay for 2. Motlop for 1. Daniels for 1. Martin for 2. Green for 15.
Yep.
Cogs to 25, deconing anytime, and the best bet in football, the 100k captain, 2 or more, Jesse Hogan.
Come on.
That's actually a really good multi.
We don't need to glaze you. Your eyes are absolutely
I had
glazed.
4 marks and a fucking White Claw.
Mate, you've done an unbelievable job to get that out in one go. Boys, it's a cracking
Responsibility, of
show,
course.
and round 24 is in the books. Obviously, we don't bet on Essendon and Collingwood because this will be out tomorrow, and you guys will miss out on that. But if you do want to get on the same game, make sure you get on the Discord. I'll be putting a little link in there. Get all your favourite legs in. We'll figure out how much money we have in. Same thing, probably only go the 4 bets. So we go one Friday night, one Saturday arvo, one Saturday night, so we can combine the games, and then one big one Sunday. Depends if we get a couple of big wins, then we can go individual games. We'll play that by ear. But that's the thing. You figure it out, and you guys get to know if you guys are actually in the Discord. So make sure you fucking get in the Discord. $2. Morgs.
Tip and Woody's last game in a row. He kicks a snag, doesn't he? He kicks one.
Oh, who cares?
Okay, cut this.
You hate Tipper. Yeah, it's actually true.
You only get one. Tom Brady said you only get one. He's had about 4.
Blues by
He's got mumble off.
Blues by 10.
Up the Dogs. Swans by 24.
Your mum's a growler. Blues by 10.
Did anyone DM what their mum wears to bed after us last week?
No, nothing.
Chili.
Chili. Baby back ribs. Reba, your mum smells like cabbage.